All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's nice to see you all. Thank you so much. Um, it's kind of a wonky day. I don't really know why, but it really is. So, anyway, we have beautiful Mark here, Spirit Whisper, who had a pneumonia shot and he's kind of feeling meh. And we have beautiful Joan here. Thank you for being here, Joan. And we're not, Mark, your simulcast isn't working anyway. So, I
No, it,
guess.
it just now turned it off for some reason. So I think because
Okay.
I did it on the spooky channel that I went to first time.
Oh,
I did it because I was waiting for you guys. I went, oh, I'll
yeah,
just
I
go
get
back
it. I get it. I
to
get
this.
it.
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there going, well, maybe they're not coming. I don't know. But I think that's why when I switched over, it turned off. So it's fine.
Oh my God. See, today is chaotic, very chaotic. And yeah, anyway, please bear with us today. I'm so glad to have you all here. And I want to thank you all for joining us. And hi, Sherry. Hi, Teresa Hadarian, Wiki, Coyote Rosenbaum, Suzanne, Lisa Sather, Charlie, Carolyn, and Scott. Thank you all for being here today. Teresa Darian, Nancy Smith. It's wonderful to have you. It's wonderful to have you. Thank you so very much. So it's time for a powwow, Karen. All right, there you go. We need one. we need some I want to call it Wizard of Oz uplift. You know, put us in the traveling balloon and elevate us all. So
Right.
anyway, yeah, we all
Definitely.
need it. Definitely. Yeah.
This whole week,
And
all I wanted to do is sleep, really. I've just been so
absolutely, Mark. Absolutely.
beat
That
up.
was me yesterday. I slept the whole
Before I got
day.
the pneumonia shot, I was already like, oh, and then the pneumonia shot, well, I might as well just
Yeah.
go to the bed
Yeah.
and cover up. I don't know.
I hear you. I hear you. Um, there's just a lot of chaos, and people will say stay away from the news. That's not. I'm not watching the news, but it's like the energy is just. My husband said, and he's the astrologers have said that this is probably going to last the rest of the summer, and I just don't really want to think about it. It's like I'm just working day to day at this point.
I
So
know.
yeah. Make sure that you protect yourself with divine white light, calling your guides angels and beautiful pink energies, and try to stay lifted up if you can. It's just seeming like we really need it at this point. So hi, Suzanne, I got your question. And Paula Rovita, I have your question. Hi, Mary Thornberry. Louise, you've had a headache since last week. Yeah. Okay. I totally get it. It's the sunstorms too. Hi, Anya. Yep. It's nice to have everybody here. So yeah, we're going to get right on it because Mark, he may step out because he doesn't feel well. I told him he should if he doesn't. And Joan has to leave in an hour, and I'll stay till the end. But I just want you to understand that that's kind of what the energy is. Nancy says the energy or cats are all over me to keep me grounded. Are you having that, Mark and
Yep.
Joan? Yeah.
Well, my dog won't leave me. My one little dog. She has to lay right in my lap every minute. This
Okay.
week she's being like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all my cats around me and everything. But
Yeah. Yeah. I have I call her my dog. I have 3 dogs, but this one is my dog. She's like, she wants to be with me and she won't leave my side either. So I totally get it. And they're just feeling it. They're feeling it. The chaotic energy has gotten to you, Susan Baker. Well, I don't blame you. Thank you, Nancy, for being here and being supportive of the community. Hello, Silent Victory. It's nice to see you too. Sherry, you've been homesick for the last 2 days? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sending you lots of love. See, we're all feeling it. It's like wonky.
yeah.
Paula says, Mark, you weren't feeling good a few days ago, right? Okay.
Right. Well, like I said, all week I've just been I just haven't been able to get up and do stuff. I've just been so sleeping. And then I told you I was going to the doctor anyway, because I already had my
appointment. Oh, your flu shot. I mean, your pneumonia shot. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't really going for that. It's a Medicare where you have to have a checkup.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I just went for that, but I thought, well, I can ask her because I feel like crap. But of course, there's nothing, It's like, well, you don't.
I'm seeing that more and more, Mark. I'm
You know,
seeing that more and more. That
everything looks
I
fine.
can't.
And, and I did blood and I'll get those results. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
she said, well, why don't you take the shot? And I said, okay. And then I went, oh no, now I feel worse.
I'm so sorry. That's awful. That's awful. Hello, Zara. Nice and pretty waves. Thanks for being here. We got some new people that I haven't seen anyway, so I'm glad you're all here. Bernice Johnson Reagan, Sweet Honey Rock singer, dies at 81. Bob Newhart that passed today, as did Lou Dobbs. That's a surprise. I didn't know he was sick. Hi, Valerie. Nice to see Valerie S. And Tammy Aldrich. Okay, let's get on it. Let's get on it with
Bob
our.
Newhart. He was so fun.
I know, me too. Me too.
He was 90.
Sorry, Joan. I haven't given you a chance to say anything.
That's okay.
Are you okay?
I'm doing great.
Oh,
Yesterday
good.
was a weird day. But and I just kind of thought, what's in retrograde? Because things were just kind of wonky. It all turned out okay, but just bizarre stuff happening. But let's tune in and see what we can get from Suzanne.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have
honey.
to leave my building. I'm going to need a place to live or she's homeless. Oh, my goodness, honey. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Lots of stuff going on.
So, Suzanne, I'm going to suggest something only because Jen Bowles was sitting in the same position as you, and she had 30 days, and she had a friend that she knew that invited her to stay with her for a little while until she could find a place and take the pressure off. I don't know if you can do that and put your things in storage, but I am just going to throw that out there, and I'm going to let us read on this. All right, Joan.
And that's kind of what I was getting. I brought out my pendulum and asked, are you going to find a place within 30 days? And it said yes. And then I asked, will it be a place of your own? And it's doing it again now. And it said, no. Is it going to be cohabitating with someone else? And here it says yes again. And will this be a permanent situation? No. Will this be a temporary situation until you find something of your own? Yes. So it's just as you described. And when I pulled cards, I got the Falcon, which is a very powerful card, saying use your keen perception and skill in making decisions. Do not delay. So even though it might not be, the perfect place to share a place for a while until you find something else, as you know, time is of the essence. And of the angel cards, I got the Archangel Sandalphon, who's saying center and ground. So this is, there is so much wonky energy going on, and to have something this big going on in the middle of it.
Yeah, it's all upheaval. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
So just protect yourself, kind of visually put all the roots down into the ground and take a deep breath, and make your decisions and move forward. I wish you the very best, and please come back and let us know how it goes. That could work. I hope so, honey. Good luck.
Me too. Yeah. Mark?
Yeah. Hi, Suzanne. Well, I hope you've been putting out the feelers and things like that. It's like 30 days. That's not much time. So I hope you've been kind of putting the energy into the new place. You want to go ahead and intend it. Don't try to leave everything up to the whims of the world. Put your choice in there. But I too get that you probably have a helping hand reach out. The Ace of Wands, but look at this hand sticking out there. So there may be a little helper, something like what the girls are talking about. Because it feels like it's almost too quick to find a new place that'll be, permanent for you, that you might need that helping hand first. And even then, there's a Page of Cups. So that helping hand person or that temporary place will probably lead to a new thing. So there's like a little surprise that's there for you.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the Page of Cups, also get the Magician. So it looks like that step will then lead you to a more permanent location, but there may be a little, intermediary step.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
It felt like making that change will sort of shake things loose. It's like something's caught up here, and is when you
Yes.
take that step forward, and even though it's not perfect, it's like something loosens up, so it'll fall into your hands afterwards.
Well, once you stop having fear, because right now there is fear that you won't find a spot in 30 days. Oh my God. Once you get rid of that fear and you let the flow open up, things will come in. And I agree with you, both of you completely, that, you just need that to step back and say, okay, I got this covered. I can be looking now and be ready. So, yeah. So good luck, Suzanne. Much love to you, my dear. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Linda Kennedy. Happy birthday to Linda Kennedy.
Woo! Happy birthday.
Yeah. All right. So, Suzanne, we really sincerely wish you well, as you well know. So
you won't
let
be
us
on
know.
the street. I don't see you on the street, Suzanne.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
You might have to bunk up with a family member or something for a little bit.
Yep. So Paula wonders, will her eyesight improve a lot, even though I had cataract surgery a year ago? Not a oh, it isn't? Oh, wow, Paula. I am sorry to hear that. Oh.
Surgery.
Remember, we aren't doctors. We have to say that. This is for entertainment purposes only.
Let's see.
Did you have surgery on both eyes, Paula?
Thank you, dear.
Success through action. Archangel Uriel is saying success through action. So I think it means going back and to the surgeon and say, this isn't right. I was counseling someone else who was battling with another issue, but I said, I'll lend you my 3 words that I think suggest you use. Make it right. And if this person can't make it right, then it's time to find somebody else to do a second opinion, or maybe it's time to speak to a medical malpractice attorney or something like that. Because that's not an optimal outcome. Yet, there's no guarantees in surgery and medicine, but that's very, very important.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, so both of them aren't. Oh, that's awful. Yeah. You've got.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I get you need to merge your resources in order to get this thing taken care of. And what I like about this idea of merging resources is that idea of malpractice, or going back and saying, this is broken. Can you please fix it? Or even going, if you don't want to go back to the same eye doctor, go to one that you can trust, or a new person, and say, this is what happened. And, that's big. I mean, sometimes I've heard that after it, a few years after it, you could start seeing some spots and things. I did hear that, but not right away. It's never right away. So.
And she didn't have distance problems before and does now. That doesn't sound right.
Wow. I am so sorry to hear that. Yeah. Yep.
Paula, I didn't read on this for you before, did I? Did I? I only say that because I did read somebody else who had this very similar experience. But I don't think it was you, but it's weird because I'm kind of getting the same
vibe.
Yeah, again. So I don't think it was you, but I think you have to go back to the doctor and okay, it wasn't you. Okay, sweetie. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because it's very similar. And then when I started pulling the cards, it's like, oh, and I'm getting kind of the same response. But it's kind of like what the girls got. It didn't quite take. So justice first, but it was upside down. So, and that's also why I thought, well, maybe one eye is worse than the other because of the scale. But it's more like just this. I don't know because I never had that, but it feels like it wasn't done properly, or it needs to be looked at again. Page of Pentacles, I think, there's an opportunity. It's still not, I still think it can be, okay, with my list, yeah, like that. But I think there's still, hope for it to work out.
Lisa had the same thing she said, but she got some help and they fixed it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it feels like a minor thing, but like kind of going back to the magician again to get it kind of spiced up and worked. And then the Ace of Wands, I think it's like a solution, so it feels better. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be worse at the end of your cataract surgery.
Yeah.
So there's some kind of, but I've had this before where they go back in and I don't know, I've often seen that there's just a little piece that they need to fix or something like that, that it's not really a major thing. It's like more of a, there's a little thing we got to fix on there.
Yeah.
So
anyway. It's quite amazing. I've had them done at the same time because the guy that did it was a VA guy. They do it. They always do it at the same time. And whereas most eye doctors do one at a time. And he was fabulous. And you're kind of awake during the whole thing while they're changing it's like they changed the lens in there. It's amazing. But I could see where there could be something because it's minor. I mean, it's teeny tiny microsurgery that they're doing. So I think you just had it too, didn't you, Joan? Did you just have surgery?
And I didn't go to my usual eye doctor because I didn't think he was the right one. So I drove 30 miles away to go to this specific surgeon, and he was very meticulous and it was a wonderful outcome. Yeah.
Good. Yeah. We wish you lots of luck, Paula. That's an awful hard thing to deal with. We know.
Yeah. Good luck.
All right. Yeah. All right. So Wiki said, may I have a message from my friend / guide, Daniel, please.
Daniel.
I'm hearing that. Is it Elton John? What's that
Me
song?
too. Daniel, my brother.
Daniel is traveling tonight on a plane.
I know. I was like going.
Let's see. I don't know, because they said that, Wiki. I wonder if Daniel wants you to go to Spain, because that's where Daniel goes in the song. Because you are a world traveler. Have you been to Spain? I bet you do.
What's happening, Daniel? What do you?
Stacy Boo, I have your question, but you keep changing it. So do you want to have it for your, you have it up twice. We can't do more than one. Do you want to hear from your mom, Isabel? Or do you want to find out with your back problems? Let us know. I've already got that. Oh, there's another song. Well, I've never been to Spain, but I kind of like the music. That's cute. We have closed the questions for everybody. Okay, thank you. That's Jill, you saw a partial rainbow.
When I tuned in, I was, I heard the Daniel song, and then I kind of saw him supporting you. Like you were having a kind of a hard time moving. You not using a cane, but it was like something was sore, and he was kind of supporting you through this period. and anyhow, then I drew a card and I got your guardian angel saying, ask for support. So he's there to support you. And then it was sort of like going to Lourdes or something. You were kind of like a little achy and you had a cane, and then all of a sudden you're throwing it away and you're like, oh, I'm better and better, and you're moving around like normal. So there's this he's supporting you through a difficult time. Is what it is, but he's also encouraging you to move forward and believe that you can throw away whatever this support is and be whole, what you consider whole again. This is all metaphorical according to whatever's going on in your life. It doesn't necessarily mean physical, but yeah, I'm hearing I'm not just there to lean on, although you can lean on me, but I'm here to help you move forward so you don't need so that you're independent and can go forward with your own energy.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes some sort of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, well, he's always kind of with you. You guys have a back and forth energy. You share with one another. Like, it's a six of Pentacles, but there's a back and forth that goes on between you, and he says that's always there. He says, you might have noticed that I haven't been as present as maybe normal, or you haven't felt me in the same way, because he's saying he's been busy. On the other side, this is very interesting, and who knows, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm getting. He says he's busy doing, I'm going to say, the creator's work on the other side. It's like we're up in arms on this side too, and we're working on stuff over here. Mm-hmm. It's like good has found itself on the outside looking in, and everybody's on their steeds, on their mounts. We're on the move. We're working on it. Basically fighting the devil from the other side, working with karma to see that the wheels keep turning the way they're supposed to, and fighting for truth and justice. And he says that's what he's doing up there. That's very interesting.
Here we go.
And so you might not be sensing him quite as much, because he says, it's like a whirlwind, kind of all hands on deck kind of a thing happening. So I don't know why he wanted me to share that with you. That was very interesting. I kind of like hearing it.
Yeah.
That they're not up there twiddling their thumbs while we're all burning down here.
I know. I'm feeling it too. It's like the other day, Terry Suzuki said that they were having a party up there because Richard Simmons came in and Ruth Westheimer came in, and so, but it's like they're all coming together and they're all saying, all right, we got to do, it's time. This is what they told us would be coming. And that's awesome. That's awesome, Mark. That makes me happy. Yeah. All hands on deck. That's right, Miss Mims. He says, you are a sovereign person. And of course, this is Queen Victoria. And Vicky's name is Vicky. So
there you go.
He says, you're always my queen. He says, I haven't been haunting you because, like Mark says, I've been busy. He said, but, I'll come through and make an appearance. And there he is, the dashing man. But he wants you to know that he says, I'm sending this to you because I'm grateful for you and I love you dearly and always appreciate each moment, no matter how chaotic or how busy you are. So I'm feeling like supported from the other side with these readings today. Wow. Yeah. Wow.
Last week, didn't it seem like the whole, like a whole guest list from Johnny Carson or something decided to move on, because we had Dr. Ruth and Richard Simmons and all these people, that guy from Hill Street Blues.
Shelley Duvall, who was an actress I really liked, who did fairy tale theater back in the 80s, that I loved that series. And there's been a lot going in the past few days, like 3 or 4 a day. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're being called to do their mission, I believe, on the other side, which is to uplift humanity from their perspective. That's what I tend to believe. Whether it's true or not doesn't matter. It's just that's the thought. So
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so very much. You needed to hear all that. You're welcome, Vicky. Queen, or shall I say, Queen Victoria?
but you and Queen Victoria look nothing alike. I want to say
Nothing alike.
that
No,
part. She looked a
you're
little
not.
stern and a little.
Yeah, you're not stodgy like she was.
That picture of her. Ah, no, I'm just kidding.
I know. All right. So Valerie has to move, and she's concerned about safety concerns in the city she's moving to and the new job search she has to do. So can we do
Okay.
a reading on that, please? A lot of people moving. You're noticing that. I'm seeing
Yeah.
it over and over and over. Some people are being asked to move and they're being pushed out, like Suzanne and a few others that I've seen. But others are being asked to do something, and in a very fast fashion, I think. So
I kind of understand that question though. So a message about moving, but and be with safety
and
concern.
being okay with safety concerns in a city and job search. She's got the thumbs up.
Okay,
In other words, will she be okay with the safety concerns in that
with the
city?
new
Find
place.
or to find the right area to live in, perhaps is a
Okay,
better word.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. There you go, Mary. You're right. Get a dog if possible to try to make yourself safe. Yeah, that's true.
And happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Hypnicity, we'll see. Mark is not really feeling well today, and Joan has to leave right at the hour. So,
Yeah. Sorry about that.
yeah. No, it's all right.
Tango.
Yeah.
No, I read on Tango. He's still missing. Poor baby.
Okay, I am getting that you're going to find a place and you'll be safe. What does I kept, it took so long because I kept seeing, like those doilies that you make Valentine's, a little white paper doily. It's all very intricate and cut out and everything. And then you put the red heart on it for your Valentine when you were a kid and all of that. But I kept seeing the paper doily, that there's something, it's like a cushion, a beautiful little cushion or a play, something that protects you. And it's like, it's not a big deal, but it's something, it's like this little decorative protection that's going to keep you in, maybe it's this place that it's like the paper doily in that it kind of makes things brighter and it sort of like makes things safer and more loving or whatever. But there's something about the place that you're going to go to that you're going to feel happy and safe and loved there. Or maybe you just really love the place. And it's like, yeah, but there's still three streets away, like where I live, there's a lot of action over there, but here it's just okay. And so I think that's maybe one of the things they wanted me to say, that in a city you can be just a couple of blocks makes all the difference in the world, and it feels like just a band-aid or something. Oh no, bad stuff's going over here, but I go for a walk and you feel really safe here. So they want to keep that in mind. There's something about that. But then I also let me pull a card for you. Oh, and so I guess it says live outside the lines. And it's this Archangel Barachiel, kind of looks like Prince, or a cross between Prince and Jack Smith, I think. He's really cute. But he's saying live outside the lines and take the chance and don't worry so much about, be
Yeah.
be logical about the safety issues, but don't let the fact that in this whole, square mile area, there's bad things going on. They don't have to be going on where you are.
Right.
So I'm getting good. I wasn't getting much about the job search, but I am getting positive things about the move and your safety.
So I just have to make this comment when you reminded me. I know you said a paper doily, but did your mother ever put like these doily things on your chairs so that
My
your
grandmother did, yes.
yes, so that you wouldn't get your sweat on them and ruin the end? Wow, haven't
Yeah.
thought of that in a long time.
When men used to have hair oil and they'd lean
Yes,
back,
on
and
the
that was,
back too.
yeah, so the back of the
Absolutely.
chair.
I get here that you will anchor and find somewhere safe, and that your personal power and strength is going to bring you through, Valerie. And then as the job search comes up, it says you will be in the spotlight and you will be attracting a lot of attention. So it's looking good. Try and think about it being positive. Yeah. Uh-huh. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, they're not talking too much about the job yet. It almost feels like the move is first.
Mhm.
I don't know about that because they're talking about the move more than the.
Uh-huh.
I got a job there at the end with the Knight of Swords. Is it the Knight of Swords? Yeah, Knight of Swords. You know, like there I go. I'm out to get my job, and I'm about to tackle it. Now I often get this, and I'm going to tell you again. It's like a broken record. Be sure to tell the universe what you want in this move. What suits you? You know, what kind of place do you want? What kind of neighborhood would suit you best? What part of this, whatever, you know, be sure to put your choices in there. Don't just leave it up. You need to give your, you know, you kind of have to put an outline in there so the universe knows how best to give you what you want. So the King of Swords is putting that mental picture out there, you know, choosing a picture that you want to co-create with the universe. So be a little active in that way. So when you do that, but then I see, you know, you being able to find a new place, moving successfully. It's the Six of Wands and the Three of Cups, and it all being okay. The other thing I'm hearing is that when you're looking for a place, it might be the second one, not the first one that comes up. The first one might seem like it, but then it ends up being one after that, I feel like. The other thing is, it feels like, you know, you're talking about moving into the city, but it's like a little, like there's a little, it's like a little cubby in the city, or like a little community, or a little bird, or something like that, where it's not the city, but it's a little nest in there, and that'd be more to your liking. It's so I think you'll be looking. I don't know what state or whatever you're looking for, but it's like this thing has a name to it. It's like the, I don't know, would it be like something like you call it the
Like a
Bronx?
neighborhood name, like a
Yeah, like
neighborhood name. Yeah.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So instead of, you know, I'm moving to Cincinnati, I'm moving to this little subdivision or something like that. That's known as, and it has a nice, has more of a community feel, a more like good neighbor kind of energy. So I'm gonna have
Nice.
a private patio. Yeah. Oh, Philadelphia. Philly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So here we got Philadelphia Freedom. Shine your light on me. Wow. That's awesome. Good
Neighborhoods
luck,
are everything.
Valerie. Yeah, we're right behind you. I can't wait to hear if you do. Did you find your bliss there? Honestly, there you go. Okay, so Silent Victory wonders if they can get a career reading, please. All
Let's see.
right. Sandy H, I see you're coming up in a few readings. Never mind. I see you named it, Mike. Okay, sorry, I didn't see his name for a minute. Thank you.
Career reading, Silent Victory.
Well, I got an image right away for you, Silent Victory. And it's like you're going to be gliding into this, because I see you as an ice skater, and you just like with one stride, you hit the right edge, and now you're doing like those, what do you call them? Anyhow, making a big circle. And then you take another glide or another stride, and then you're doing the other half of the figure 8. So it's like you're getting the compulsory things in the Olympics when all the figure skaters had to trace all these things. So you're getting to the place where like you've done all the training since like us figure skaters starting skating at 3 years old or whatever, this, and now you can just very easily glide into it and hit your mark and do exactly what you need to do. You're coming into fruition. So that was a really long but somewhat visual way of saying all the work you've done up to this point is going to start paying off. And it's like you're going to like be able to put in this much work and get this much result rather than this much work and get this much result. So whatever this career move is, it's going to be a good one, and it'll be a good fit, and it'll feel like, oh, this is what I've been waiting for all my life. And let's see if I can just get a card. The Oriole, a creative new venture is on the horizon. See it as a positive change. So maybe there's a creative element to this job that might be fun for you. So that's what I was getting. How about you, Mark?
Well, I feel like your career will be something that you've always been interested in since you were little. It's something you've always thought about doing. I think your career has something to do with service. A lot of times I like to call jobs service anyway, because it just makes it feel better.
Yeah. Right.
I got a good job, or I'm looking for a way to be of service. I don't know. Somehow the service thing feels better. But anyway, and I think better than me, it may have something to do with the environment, Mother Earth. That also could be like plants or animals or something like that. But it's about being of service to the earth as well as to people. So it's like big deal kind of service. It tells me you're pretty smart, and like your mind is a useful tool that helps you. I did get the Ace of Wands. It makes me feel like you're where you're supposed to be. I don't think you're just floundering around. I feel like you're like in taking steps, and actually where you are right now feels like it leads in a correct place. This also could be maybe there's a new opportunity that's coming your way, like an offer, an opportunity, a project, something like that might show up on the doorstep. So look at it. I think you're going to be interested in it and take it. And then there's a need to celebrate afterwards. So I feel like there's a new opportunity coming right where you are. So I'm assuming you're working already. Yeah, so that's what I'm hearing, that you're where you're supposed to be, and there's a new opportunity coming that's in alignment with your career. But I also feel like it's something you've always wanted to do. You're working. And so I think that's where you're going to see it. It aligns with, you came to do it. So, your career is a sure thing.
Wonderful. I do get an announcement. So there's something coming, and it could be a level up, but it says here you can manifest it if you want it, whatever it is that's there that you read about or you might see a posting about. And it says, don't think negatively, oh, I probably can't get that job, because don't think that way. You can manifest whatever you want, but you have to think that you already have it. So make sure that you do that if it comes up. So thank you very much. Good luck to you.
Yeah. You kind of gave the lecture I usually give about manifesting what you want. But I did, while she was talking, the Knight of Wands fell out. So I think there's going to be something for you to take action on. There you go. It feels like a new little project and fun, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So we have Anya wonders if she can hear from her Danish paternal grandmother, Marie. And it says when she passed, she'd been gone a while. So I wonder
Yeah.
if she's already reincarnated.
68.
Yeah.
She was in Florida, so they weren't in Europe. Let's see. Marie.
Mhm.
Marie, are you here?
You get down now. Hey, you get down. Thank you.
What's the matter, baby? Is your dog barking? I know there are dogs barking out here. Those dogs barking.
Oh, she had come from Copenhagen to visit you, and did she
Ah,
pass while she was there?
Oh,
ah,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
that's
Yeah.
interesting because I was going,
Yeah.
oh, so she was in Florida. So actually, she was visiting. Okay, great.
All right, so I got a really weird thing on you. I'm just going to let you know. I get the invisible woman here, and I think she's invisible because she's been deceased for so long. I think that's what she's trying to say. Because she says you can't even conjure me on the Ouija board right now. She says it's but she says I had a hardship in my life, but now I have found my place. I'm not sure if she's not come back already. She maybe have been here quite a while actually, but her soul energy is very strong, and she wants you to know that she's doing fine. And she says to you, her message to you is beautiful. It's the violet flame. It's Saint Germain. She said you can access the violet flame. You can access Saint Germain. She's telling you that. She says prepare for transformation. So, gosh, he picks who he wants. Saint Germain does. He isn't somebody that we usually choose. So your grandma's saying you can work with him if you're interested. So
When I tuned in, I saw little little velvet ribbons. Like if you when you're a little girl, maybe she or your mom or somebody tied velvet ribbons, green and red ones in your hair. And then I saw them decorating like the bodice of a white cotton dress. And I kept hearing it's the little things, it's the little niceties of life that to pay attention to. And what was it? The velvet ribbons decorating the bodice, pay attention to the little things and the old traditions. She said she loved you from afar when she was in the body, and so it's the same now. Um,
uh-huh.
that she uh, that she continues to send you her love and support, and I don't know if she put your hair in pigtails. There's something about the hair and the velvet ribbons. When I drew cards for you, I got the Archangel Metatron, who the what it says is remember who you are, and I think she is saying remember who you are. You're part of we're family. No matter how long we've been separated, we're family. And Metatron with all the sacred geometry. It's like what I was hearing through this is that it's all part of the plan, that we are from the same family and we were kind of destined to be family, even though we might not be, the kind of grandparent who is just living next door or down the street all the time. That doesn't mean we're not connected in spiritually and just through love. And then I also got the goose. I'm not sure what that's about. Your dreams and desires are calling you to action. The journey begins today. She might be coming to you in your dreams sometimes. So just maybe give her a call and ask her a question because she'll be there for you. I hope that made some sense. She was the only grandparent you ever met. Oh, well, she's still
Yeah.
there for you and loves you.
Yeah.
Did she come to America several times. I'm just wondering. Or was that the only time she came? Anyway, she's talking about her crossing. That, you know, it was meant to be. Oh, she came twice. All right. There was a part of her soul that wanted to die in America. Let's just say that. That sounds pretty weird, but that's what I'm hearing. It was on purpose that she passed in this country. She says she's pretty old school, or she was. I'm going to kind of say old world or old school. And that a lot of, okay. So she came twice. Yeah. She, she liked that her son moved. She liked that energy of moving into a new thing. Although, and she was proud of that and she liked it, but she says it wasn't quite something that I was able to do in my generation. I had a lot of old learning and stuff that I had to carry around with me. She talks about too, that when she passed over, there was quite a bit of review, looking at stuff. What is it? What else are you telling me? I think she may, I think she may have reincarnated, but in America. I get the Ace of Cups, like a little bit of a new emotional beginning, and the Page of Cups. If I can pick it up, because I think she's a boy in this time. She's kind of getting to do what she wanted to do, but didn't have the wherewithal to do. I don't know. She was sort of fascinated with America. Probably because of what she heard from her family and when she visited. And, in a way, she kind of wished she had grown up in a different place in a different time. So I feel like that's what she's doing this time. And that she may already be here. I don't think she's in the same family, though. It's
Right.
it's different. Yeah. It's a different family.
It's a different family.
Yeah, I don't see her being a relative today or something, or a kid or something. This is like somewhere else. But beyond that, the biggest thing I get is that she purposely made sure she was in America when she crossed.
Oh, okay. Well, she said she was there visiting for 3 weeks at a Christmas, and she had a heart attack. So that's very sad. But at the same time, she was with her son, and you said that your father was her only child. So it's almost like she wanted to have that
child. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That even makes more sense.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Anya. All right, so I got to tell you guys, Sandy, we have a message for you that's a medium's message, and Stacy, we have a message for you that's a mediumship question. So I'm going to take you guys first before Pretty Waves, and Pretty Waves will read for you after these two medium questions. That way, if Joan or Mark has to step out, I'll just finish up. So Sandy's husband, Mike, passed away almost a year ago in August. Any messages for me or any of the grown-up children in our family? His birthday was yesterday. First of all, Sandy, my condolences to you for the loss of your husband. Yes. And birthdays are a time that they do hang around. Yours, his, and of course, it's almost a year. So I'm sure that he's probably wanting to let you know a lot of things. So here we go.
Sandy.
So the cards I pulled, Sandy, the first one I got is conflict. I'm wondering if he had any kind of a conflict with anybody emotionally, or if there was an illness that he had that was hard for him, or in his, maybe like a heart issue, but I do get body. So I'm getting maybe there was a conflict in his body, because it's right beside each other. He's recognizing that, whether or not that, I remember when my father died, he died actually from emphysema, but he had lung cancer and we never knew. So it's like that whole thing going on. I'm feeling, but he's saying you are still being you, and he loves the fact that you're just who you are and how you are. And he said, I love you so much, and I'm around you all the time. You just need to think about me, and I'm there. But I really believe he wanted to reach out, especially since it was his birthday.
Yeah, when I tuned in, I was getting symbolic images. I hope they make some sense, but I saw him kind of like as a voyager in the birch bark canoe going down some river and having to be really, really careful and precise, because he's canoeing and that there's rocks and there's white water and all of that. And so there's a lot to take in and to be careful about. But then I kind of pan back and it's like, it's a canoe. The guy in front just kind of paddles. It's the person in back who's actually doing the steering. And he said, you were the person who was calmly just using the paddle to make small little movements to keep us on the right path and helping navigate through difficult waters and avoiding the stones over here and the whatever else is over there. So he is saying thank you, even though he kind of is giving the impression that he might have been the flashy one or the one that got the attention, that he recognizes that you were the calm one in the back of the canoe, actually steering the boat and making sure that everything was good for the family. And that he's going to try to repay the favor for that. He was very grateful to be remembered on his birthday, and I'm just hearing he's going to try to steer for you more now. But he's very grateful for everything you did. Let's see if there's a card. The pheasant. The time's right for creation and connection. Focus your attention on these areas. So, Mike, what's the creation and connection? Create your future. You might feel like it's not time to turn the page, but it's getting to be that time, and to start creating in your mind the future and the next chapter that you want. And he'll always be there. You'll always be connected. But he's going to try to steer things your way so you can have your next chapter. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a rough thing to go through, my dear.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry for your loss. I don't know. He shows me like himself, like he kind of looks like the typical dad image, like the husband, dad, provider, hard worker, that kind of a guy is what it feels like I'm getting. And he kind of made things happen. He didn't just sit by and think other people were going to do stuff for him. He didn't like the way he went out. He didn't like it. He wasn't happy with his end days. Oh, he had Parkinson's.
That's where the conflict in the body came up in my cards. I found that to be fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was debilitating. He didn't like it. It's like he wasn't able to be, he kind of considered himself this nice guy, like a magician. He knew how to take care of things, get things done. And that disease just,
Mm-hmm.
It was just a lot. Not only physically, which it was physically,
Mhm.
but mentally, emotionally. It took a toll all over. So I'm going to say, when he crossed over, he had a little issue with it.
Mhm.
It feels
Mhm.
like he
Yeah.
had words with the creator about
Yeah.
why that? Why did I go through that kind of a thing? And he had to sort of look at that. And I love this. I got the Five of Swords right when I'm saying that, but it's like almost having a little argument with the creator there. Like, that didn't seem, I don't like it. I didn't like it. But since then, he's been up there a while. He's back on his bike, ready to go to the next thing. He feels strong again. He's back to the way he was. He's proud of his family that he left behind. He checks in on you guys. You might not have sensed him too much since he crossed, because I think he was busy a while up there getting straight about what all went on. But you might see him here soon, like in a dream or something. Here's the Page of Pentacles. But he might drop in again here. He feels a lot more balanced and satisfied now. We were joking a little bit, like him arguing with the creator, but there was a thing like that. Like, I don't know that was necessary, but like, what did we learn from that kind of a thing? But now he feels a lot more settled with that, and that he can see the bigger picture of it. He feels much more, this is the Strength card, but his life with you guys strengthened him more than he knew. He knows now. There was a good reason for that, not a bad reason. It really was meant to be. And it did strengthen him, but also strengthened his family. He says that his illness made family members stronger than they would have been otherwise. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
Thanks, Mark. Joan, we're almost at 3:30, so if you need to go, just go
I
ahead.
can do one more. How about that?
One more? All right.
Okay.
There you go. Stacy Boo has been waiting. She's over in Scotland, and she wonders if we could hear from her mom, Isabel, in the spirit world. And she was concerned about the crossing over, although some in the chat have told her everything is probably really cool with that, but I'll let you go ahead.
Isabel. Did she recently pass? Did we hear that? No. Okay. I'm in Scotland. Okay.
I can't remember how quickly, how soon it was. She said it had a really hard passing. Thank you, Mims.
She just keeps showing me a red rose in full bloom and bringing my attention to how a rose has thorns and it has this beautiful bloom and a beautiful scent. And she said, that's what life is. There's hard parts. There's horrible, difficult times. But the beauty of it is worth the suffering that comes with a life on this plane. And okay, so Isabel, because I keep hearing the da 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 da. Yeah, that song about the rose. I can't remember the name of it.
That's the name of it.
The rose.
Yeah. Yep.
And okay, Isabel, what else do you want to say to Stacy Boo? Oh, she's continuing with the rose thing. I'm seeing the whole bush now and saw that you were the one. You were the one who was tending the garden and clipping the dead heads and just doing so much of the care uh, of her, it seems like. And she appreciated that very much. And she is so happy to be in a place where she's so happy to be outside of that body now, because it was getting to be difficult. And as although she misses you and everybody she loves on Earth, she feels like she's still in touch. Uh, it was a shock at first, but the joy and the light and the being with people, her ancestors and friends. I'm hearing it's just a delight. It's just a delight to be here and to be and she gets so filled up with love and joy and light that she feels like she's able to send it to you to keep that connection going. And it's and we'll always be connected. Okay, Isabel, can you show me something specific that your daughter will recognize? I'm just getting a picture of you as a baby wearing a baby bonnet that was pink. And she's saying from the time I loved you from the time you were a little baby, and until now I'll always be with you. And just as when you were an infant, I'm continuing to send you my love and to nurture you and help you. Call on me anytime. And she'll be there. She'll be there for you. Whether you really hear her or not, you can feel her. And I drew a card and got the Wren. Be bold and confident. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. And, little wrens are such tiny little birds, but they are so strong and so confident. And if you've ever been scolded by a wren, if you got too close to the nest, you'll know what I mean. They're like this big, and they'll just chatter at you to say, "This is my territory." So she sees you as you've got the strength, and the world can seem big, but you're like the wren, and you're really strong, and she has confidence in you, and recognizes the confidence you have in yourself. So just lots of love sent for you there.
Yeah. Thank
How
you.
about you, Mark?
Stacy Boo, was your mom religious? Because I get an awful lot of religious kind of stuff in this reading. I'm just wondering. I feel like she was a little afraid of dying. That's not that unusual. We all are in some respect. I don't know. I feel like she had a lot of religious kind of
Yes,
stuff.
Stacy says. Yeah, she was.
Yeah, there was a lot of religious teaching and stuff. And so she was a little bit scared of dying because she didn't know quite what to expect. She thought she might see the devil on the other side. She wasn't quite sure. But
Wow.
The light was there for her right in the moment of, this is the Hierophant, which is kind of talking about religion.
Yeah.
But so it sort of met her religious ideas, but not really. But she was greeted by the light, and it happened immediately. Like she went right to heaven. There wasn't like a layover or anything. She went right directly there. She didn't see the devil over there. But what she did see was that some of the things she grew up believing in were a crock.
That's what I've heard from a lot of my Catholic friends on the other side.
Yeah, and she got up there, it was like, well, look at all this illusional crap that I had in my mind, and it was just kind of running around in there. And I'm realizing that was stupid. Like, it kind of, that kind of thinking would tie you up sort of in knots and make you fearful when it wasn't necessary, So I think she learned that pretty quickly. that the idea that there's heaven and you go to heaven was great, that she
Mhm.
might have learned from religion. But a lot of the other stuff was bunky, and it was more like, it was
Mhm.
more empery. It was more
Fear-based.
telling
Yeah.
you what to do and how to do it, and
Yeah.
don't go off the track or anything like that. And in some ways, now I'm not really trying to beat up on religion, but in some ways, this is funny, but it's the Five of Pentacles. In some ways, religion kept her on the outside of source rather than on the inside, if that's making any sense. It almost taught you how to avoid the light in some ways rather than to be one with it. So she's learned all that on the other side. She does want to say, though, that she looks at you, she focuses positive energy on you from the other side. This is the Ace of Pentacles, but look at the energies coming from the clouds into your hand. So she is, at this point, she can see how she can be of service to you from the other side, because we're all connected, we're all one. There's this love energy that's unlimited. She's learned that, or relearned it. It's something we know, but then we have to relearn it. It's not. And so she's watching over you, and wanting all the best for you. I feel like giving you positive energy that helps you in your life.
Yep. So I hope that helps, because I really do believe in that myself. I believe that nobody wants to die, but like, there's so much fear around it from so many people. And if you realized how beautiful it really is, you would be amazed. I get here that she watches your leadership and she thinks she's very proud of you. And she said her love for you is evermore, and also for the family. And she said, forgiveness is very important in this lifetime. She says, and faith is too. That might be one of the religious concepts that she did believe in, and that she was found to see was on the other side, that we can have faith in ourselves, in the beauty of our world and so on. But this is fascinating for me, because I pulled this card from another deck and it said, Lion's Gate, activate your gifts. She says, you are ready to activate any gifts if you're interested. And there's a window coming up actually on August 8th. That's the Lionsgate, because it's 8-8. And this is an 8-year. So we have 8-8-8. Very powerful. If you're interested, think about it at that time. And all you can do is just sit with it and assimilate what's coming, and watch your dreams, watch your visions if you have them. But she says, you're ready if you want to. It's up to you, though. It's always up to you. It's not up to anyone else. So, wow. Thank you so much, Stacy Boo.
Yeah.
You're welcome, hon. You're welcome. Okay, so I've got Pretty Waves, who is looking for a love reading. So,
And I'm going to step out. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
You really lifted
Thank
my
you.
spirits today. So thanks.
That's
Bye now.
good. We're happy to have you. Bye, Joan.
Okay, I'll do this one.
I keep getting this card. This is the third time I've pulled this card today. Oh, my Lord.
It's weird when that happens.
Yeah, it's for everybody then. We need to anchor ourselves in, everybody. Everybody, when you pull a card over and over, it's a message for the collective. So it says safety, security, a strong bond. Anchor yourself in your own belief in yourself and in your own light, and know that you are the conduit for whatever is coming in, whether it be love, career, spiritual work, success. Anchor yourself in. The second one is you're ready to level up. I think somebody's going to come in that you'll say, wow, I didn't know that I was going to attract, wow, that person. That's amazing, because you got the graduation cap. There are some risks that are always in everything because you're playing the game of chance. And I don't know if you are maybe doing a dating game thing, you know what I mean, on one of the like Bumble or whatever it is. But be careful. Make sure because but it says there is a throw of the dice basically that will work in your favor. So I don't know if it's the first one or more, but that's what they're telling me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're in a little bit of a balance time, like maybe coming out of a dating a relationship and waiting and preparing for a new one. So you're kind of in between. And that's on purpose. That's sort of to get more balance before you move forward. But I do see you moving on forward, the Six of Swords, and moving towards a better energy that's a little more, that suits you better. Be sure to let the universe know what suits you best. Don't leave it out, even in this kind of a thing. Like, what do you want in a relationship? Is funny, or somebody who has a job, or whatever. Kind of do that. But then I think, not just who's the cutest, but all the things that would be good for a relationship. But it also looks like there's still more choices. You're like, I don't know how old you are, but I feel like we still got some more choices to go through. There may be a couple of more dates. There might be more than one new boyfriend coming, or girlfriend, or whatever it is.
Yep. Wow. Well, best of luck to you, pretty waves. And I hope that you find the person that you will enjoy being with, because that's very important.
Yeah.
So we're going to check out because Mark started out not feeling well and he needs to take a break. So thank you all for being here, everybody. Thank you, Mark. And it was wonderful to have Joan. And we'll see you again, same time, same place. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.